Liverpool 0, and I cannot help but be really, really proud of the team, of what they achieved. I mean, I've not seen a game of football like that in a long time, and for that to happen in a game of such magnitude as well, the game where we could have beaten Liverpool and stopped them winning, really, really had an impact on them not winning the league. The game where we could have held on to top 4 by getting 3 valuable points. We've dropped to 5th now because Arsenal have won and we've not, and that's disappointing. But it just was never the game we thought it was going to be. I feel robbed because I think it would have been, imagine, I'm not even going to be greedy, but imagine if we just had Herrera and Matic, Lingard and Martial we didn't expect, but to have a makeshift midfield and a makeshift attack and get a draw, you can't be anything other than proud of United. Absolutely amazing. You can't be anything more than proud to say that we couldn't make any substitutes in the second half. You can't be anything more than proud that Marcus Rashford was actually injured for 70 minutes. You can't be anything more than proud that effectively, whether you think Lukaku did well or not, he didn't hold the ball up, he couldn't find a pass most of the time, and he certainly didn't track back and help Lukaku like Sanchez did Luke Shaw. So we were a misfit. We were a bunch of reserves, and that was Liverpool's best team apart from Firmino going off. So to get a point in those circumstances is great, and we'll analyse that a little bit more. But I just do feel, and it's good to feel like this, I just feel robbed. I feel like Jose Mourinho sat at home with a voodoo doll sticking pins in Ollie or something, because I've never seen anything like that, and to have that in a game of that magnitude, like I say, it almost feels disappointed, but we should not be disappointed. It's a really good point for United. I think Liverpool are going for the title, and Liverpool against that United team, we probably should have lost. We should have lost that game. They should have been able to beat us, and they couldn't. And that is down to United. And, even Chris Smalling, I thought Smalling played really well today defensively. I just wish he hadn't got himself offside on the goal that went in, and I wish he knew how to anticipate a cross a bit better, because we would have won it. I think we almost could have won that game, and it would have been really, really unfair if we'd lost it. Liverpool did not do enough to win. I'm not interested in Liverpool and what they're going to do. I'm a Manchester United fan, but if I was a Liverpool fan, I think what an opportunity. What an opportunity. Not only did we have players missing, but also to be up against the team that's on the ropes with 3 injuries in the first half. Marcus Rashford injured. You're going for the title. They really should have grabbed that opportunity. So fair play to United for not letting them. It was good. It was good. I'm just disappointed with the injuries. I cannot help it. I'm really disappointed with the injuries, because where we go from here is going to be, we're going to have to do more of the same as we did today. Matt is out. Herrera's out. Matic is out. Lingard's out. I would suspect they're all out for about 3 or 4 weeks. We've got Palace on Wednesday, Southampton on Saturday, PSG on the Wednesday, Arsenal on the Sunday. Absolutely massive games. And if we want to get top 4, James Gallagher says, show Ollie the money. Props to Andreas, McTominay and Sanchez as Adam Morris. They did all put a shift in. But this goes back to what I said in January. A lot of people were moaning at me in January. I said the club should have invested. Oh no, we don't need to invest, Mark. We're doing great under Ollie. We don't need to invest. What did I say? When fatigue hits and the players get injured, we haven't got a good enough squad. They should have given him... It's not Ollie's fault. It's not the players' fault. They should have given him some money in the January transfer window, because now we're down to the bare bones and we might miss out on top 4 because of that. We missed out on 3 points today because of injuries. Maybe we wouldn't have won with the players that we had, but we drew without them. I think we would have won that game. So we've lost 2 points today because of injuries, and maybe we're going to lose more points over the next few weeks because of injuries, and that's galling. That's really disappointing to think like that, because you can't blame the players, you can't blame Solskjaer. I think it's just on the quality of the squad that we've got at the moment. But talking about the game itself, Luke Shaw, where are your rants? I hope you're going to say it in your fan cam. Watch out for Rants and Bants fan cam, because he's been saying Luke Shaw's not good enough. Some of you have been saying Luke Shaw's not good enough. I've said Luke Shaw, player of the month for the first 2 months of this season, had a bit of a dip around December, been absolutely consistently brilliant for the last few weeks, and today, my man of the match. Smash a like on the video if Luke Shaw was your man of the match. Smash a like, because I thought he was brilliant. Lasala had 1 run at him in the first few minutes, and after that he absolutely put him in his pocket so much that he had to take him off. But not only that, some of his defensive headers, his positioning, his stamina. These idiots who say Luke Shaw's fat, he never stops running. He's very, very fast. His positional sense is good. He's good in the air. He's strong. He's tackling. He's passing. I do not get the negative vibes around Luke Shaw. And people say, oh, you live up Shaw's arse. It's nothing to do with that. I just genuinely think he's a very, very good left back. And he's going to get better and better. This is his first season where he's been our first choice left back. And I thought he was absolutely immaculate today. Brilliant, perfection, superb. What a performance from him. And I'm so glad that Sky gave him man of the match because they get it wrong so many times. But we'll do the player ratings in a minute. But I thought Luke Shaw was absolutely brilliant, absolutely superb. And I thought the whole defence did well. I thought Lindelof, again, very, very good. I thought Smalling good. I actually thought Ashley Young. I don't know whether Mane had a really shit game or Ashley Young had a subtle good game. But I thought that Ashley Young's distribution at times was shocking. But you've got to give him his kudos. Liverpool never had that chance. I mean, we did have a couple of chances. Liverpool never had that chance where you go, I mean, De Gea, you'd have to give him a 6 out of 10 because he had nothing to do. So defensively, you've got to say United were very, very, very good. But Luke Shaw, yeah, I don't get the Luke Shaw hate. I thought he was absolutely brilliant. So smash a like on the video if he was your man of the match. Andreas and Shaw were amazing, says Ian Malik. But let's just focus on the injuries for a minute because... And it's amazing to be doing that in a game against the... Look, the disappointment is this game was built up all week, quite rightly. The biggest game in English football. There's no game bigger than this. Liverpool are going for the title. We're bouncing back under Ollie. This is the big game. And I think Liverpool fans will feel it and we'll feel it even more. We were robbed of what we thought we were going to get. And we were robbed of it because of the freak of the injuries. Liverpool obviously had Firmino. I mean, when do you ever have to sub off 3 players in the first half an hour like we did? Herrera gone, Lingard gone, Mata gone. You've got no more injuries. Rashford's injured. You've got to keep him on the pitch. We were robbed of the spectacle we wanted. We wanted to see Ollie's United against Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool, and we didn't get it. We didn't get it, and for that reason, it was just a bit of a nerve game, really. It wasn't really. That wasn't United. And obviously it wasn't Liverpool for whatever reason. I don't know why. But you've got to give kudos to... I've said kudos twice now. Let's say it again. Kudos. You've got to give Solskjaer the credit because I think United in that first half were rocked by 3 blows. The injuries, obviously, the 3 injuries. And we were a little bit all over the place. And we needed half-time. Half-time happens, and I think United were the better team in the second half, despite the injuries, despite the tiredness, despite the fact that you've got players who haven't been playing very well recently. Ollie still set us up in a way that restricted Liverpool and allowed us to cause them problems on occasion. That's Solskjaer, and I said it a few weeks ago, I want Ollie to be tested every single step of the way. And today was the biggest test he's faced. People talk about PSG. That today would hinder any manager. 3 major injuries against the team that's going for the title, your biggest rival, you dare not lose. You dare not lose. We didn't lose. And I thought what Solskjaer did in the second half shows you why he's more than a pretty face. He's more than a hype merchant. He is actually a tactical manager. And what he did to organise that team was superb. And I would love to have been a fly on the wall because I think, quite rightly, Andreas Pereira, yeah, he faded a bit, but he hasn't played a lot of football. McTominay, yeah, some of his passing was off, his first touch was off, but you've got to go with what you've got. You can't be negative about those people. And actually, in the case of Andres Pereira, I mean, he wasn't far off a performance of Herrera. I know he wasn't quite there, but his energy, box to box, you've got to, to drop him into that game when he would not have expected to even be playing. He was on the bench at the start of it. Absolutely superb. Absolutely superb. So massive praise for the whole team today. They've all had to graft. Even Lukaku, all right, I didn't think Lukaku offered as much. I thought, he just looks so slow and lazy. I don't get it, but he had to play a part because we needed everybody today. And Rashford injured. I mean, you could almost give Marcus Rashford man of the match because he basically played 90 minutes injured. But yeah, Solskjaer gets the credit for setting us up tactically in that second half. And I expected in the second half, I'm thinking Jurgen Klopp's in the dressing room. He knows we're on the ropes. They can't make any subs. Right, second half, on the front foot, leave a few tackles in. It's even worth a yellow card just to make them get a few more knocks, get them tired, get them moved around the pitch, commit men forward. We're going for 3 points. This could be 3 points that are massive for our title race. What happens in the second half? We're the better team. So massive big ups to Solskjaer for that. Injuries. Why are the injuries happening? Well, This is the negative, and it's not Ollie's fault. Basically, you've got a team that doesn't press, that is pragmatic, and statistically proven over the last 18 months is right down the bottom of the league for distance covered. That's Mourinho's United. We don't press, we don't run about. What's Ollie's United? We do press and we do run about. So you've got players who've had 2.5 years under Jose Mourinho where physically they're not exerting themselves. Ollie comes in, right, this is what I want from you. We're now 13, 14 games in, and what's happening is players are picking up fatigue. They're picking up fatigue injuries because they're being beasted by a manager who wants them to play the way they should be playing. But it's the negative of Mourinho. These players are not used to it. Their bodies are not used to it. And now they can do it for a couple of months, but now they're starting to pick up these fatigue injuries. It's not Ollie's fault because Ollie is right to get us playing this way. It's not the players' fault because they want to play this way. It's Mourinho's fault because he's had us for 2.5 years playing such lazy, lethargic, inexertive football that now we are doing it. The players, it's just natural. It doesn't matter whether you're a cyclist, a runner, whatever. If you keep doing something for a long time that your body's not used to, you're going to start picking up these injuries, and that's what's happening. And it makes it, you know what? If you found today interesting, the next couple of games, the Arsenal game, I think we almost need to write the PSG game off now, don't we? Because we are not going to have Herrera, we're not going to have Matic, and we don't have Pogba up against Verratti and all that lot. We're out. We are out. We'll go and give it a go, but it's mission impossible. We've got to focus on the league. We've got to somehow go and win at Palace. We've got to somehow go beat Southampton at home. You would hope the crowd will get us home there. And then Arsenal. And then we've got a cup game against Wolves. And then we get a little bit of a break. So we've got 3 or 4 more cup finals. We're now fighting for top 4. We've given it up to Arsenal. Hopefully it's only temporary. But the injuries have cost us the win today. I felt we would have won. I think we would have won without it. I really do. But it wasn't to be. It wasn't to be. And the fans were fantastic today. Okay, let's do the player ratings. So I'd give De Gea a 6, to be honest with you. I don't think De Gea did a hell of a lot wrong. Let me get my pen working. I don't think De Gea did anything wrong, but he didn't have anything to do. So you wouldn't be able to give him anything more than a 6. Luke Shaw, I don't think you can go any further wrong than a 10. I thought it was a flawless performance. Lindelof, 8. Smalling, 8, and Young 7. McTominay 7. Remember 6 is average, so 7 is better than average, which is good. Pereira I would give an 8. I thought he was fantastic. Pogba, again, I would give an 8. I thought his leadership in the midfield, he never stopped running. Superb. Alexi, give him a 7. Lukaku, I'm going to give him a 6. I think you could give him lower, but I think as a team performance, they deserve a massive amount of credit. And I'm going to give Marcus Rashford a 9. Simply because he was injured. He was injured today and he never stopped running. He gave it for the team. We could have gone down to 10 men effectively and he stayed out there. I'll be amazed if he plays against Crystal Palace at the weekend. But you cannot not give the team credit today. I thought they were absolutely superb. Nicholas Pitt says Pogba was poor. Mate, what do you want Pogba to do today? Do you want him to score a hat-trick? Do you want him to do 100 keep-ups in the air? Do you want him to sort of start doing Rabanas and all that shit? Pogba was not shit today. Manchester United played a game today where it was about graft, hard work, tackling, and it was very hard to keep hold of the ball. Pogba did that. He did that in spades. I thought Pogba was very, very good today. I think people will pick on him because he didn't do all the keep-ups and that. But that wasn't... United were never going to do that today. We had no fluidity. We were on the ropes. We were basically playing reserves and out-of-form players. And we somehow managed to stop a team that's going to win the league. And we actually nearly could have won it. So I think the team deserves a lot of credit. Lukaku had good crossing. It's funny, actually, because Dimitri says I'd give Lukaku a 4... and Marican says I'd give a Lukaku an 8. It's funny how some people watch games of football, isn't it? Klopp couldn't capitalise on this golden ticket opportunity. Overrated manager, says Midget HD Aviation. Look, it's not our job to worry about Liverpool. We've got to worry about ourselves now. We're down to 5th. Liverpool, we're now a point behind Arsenal. So we've got to keep track of them. We've got to try and catch them. Liverpool was always going to be a tough game for us. We didn't get beaten. We're still unbeaten. It's disappointing to not be in 4th place, but I think given the massive hurdles we've had to climb today, we've got to take the positives out of that. I think, to be honest with you, Crystal Palace is a tough game now. With the injuries that we've got, Crystal Palace becomes a good test. Baz 1, it's time to give youth a chance. You wonder, don't you? Is Martial going to be back? I don't know. Lingard, can't see it. Rashford, probably not. Lukaku and Sanchez will be fit. Mata, can't see it. So, are we going to play Chong? I don't know. Midget HD88, yeah, we've read that one. With the injuries, we should give Ollie a shirt, says Ola. I thought it was fantastic. Mark, to be honest, I wasn't nervy. I thought we had several chances to win it. The Scousers bought nothing today. This should feel like a loss to them, says Andrew Rossi. Mark G, Smalling could have won the game for United at the end if he'd just thrown himself at the ball with the chance at the post. I'm more angry with Smalling for the goal we did score where he got himself offside. He's looking right down the line and he goes too soon. That goal was nothing to do with offside. There was no advantage. He just went too soon. Top 3 today, Lindelof, Shaw and McTominay, says Lab N. I thought McTominay did all right. I don't think he was top 3. Proud of the lads, just disappointed with the game and the injuries. Think it was the Scums match for the taking and we played very good, says Phil Mitchell. McTominay played well, says Tom Millard. Every good cross came from Lukaku. Lay off him, says Rian Fox. Yeah, mate, look. If you think Lukaku played well, that's great. That's fine. That's what opinion's all about. I'll tell you what, his crossing was good. You know what was shit? His work rate, his hold-up play, his passing. He wasn't tracking back. He looks double the size he should be. He looks massively unfit. That's what I felt about Lukaku today. If you thought he played well, fine. I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. But I'm going to tell you what I thought. I think he's a liability. I don't get it. I don't get what his problem is. I don't understand. He's nothing like the player he was last year either. He just looks massive, lazy and unfit. And yes, he's got a good cross on him. But he's a professional footballer. He should have a good cross on him. But what else did he have on him? Sanchez, McTominay and Luke Shaw were perfect, says Fuskadian. Different player, Sanchez. I thought Sanchez did okay. Adam Morris, Luke Shaw was class. Would you call up youth now because of injuries? I think we might have to, Adam. Joseph Young, Liverpool couldn't beat Man United reserves with McTominay and Pereira running the midfield. On another note, Lukaku needs to lose weight and do something with himself because he's a comedian. I think he's just way too heavy, Joseph, and I think you're right. You think Joe Gomez and Chong have got a chance now, says Danny G? Well, I don't know where else you go. We haven't got anybody else. Kevel Kokani, first negative for Ollie. He needs to learn game management. These injuries should have been noticed at a time of warm-ups. Chong and Greenwood should be in for Mata and Jesse. Still Ollie as manager. The only thing I would say about that, Kevel, is that Lingard's injury, should he have even been involved today? He obviously wasn't fit, but that's on the physios. Ed Woodward, our squad is atrocious. Our coaches are imbeciles. We're still parking the bus. We've signed more sponsors than players this season, and the fans are lapping it all up. This is my ultimate triumph. Casper ID, putting an injured Lingard on over Sanchez shows how little faith he has in Sanchez. James Jarvis, happy with the team's effort considering. Fuskaden, Luke Shaw played out of his mind. Andreas Pereira was good. And show Ole the money, says James Gallagher. And props to Andreas, McTominay and Sanchez, says Adam Morris. Ultimately, I think we walk away from that disappointed. But actually, the players deserve a lot of credit because it's a fantastic point for us in the circumstances. I'm disappointed that Arsenal are now ahead of us, and I'm sure I'm going to go on social media and see them telling us how they're fourth and everything like that. But ultimately, the season's not over. There's a long way to go. I just worry about the injuries. I do worry about the injuries and where that leaves us. The squad's not good enough. They should have bought. They should have bought in January, but it is what it is. I think it's great that some of us feel disappointed because actually we shouldn't be disappointed. We were decimated. We had 3 injuries in the first half. We couldn't make any subs. Players were dead on their feet in the second half. That's Liverpool's best team. They're going for the title. And we look like the team more likely to win it. But I still feel disappointed because I wanted to win today. I wanted to play against Liverpool with our best team. I wanted to have a go at them. I wanted to show everybody what we're capable of. And I don't think we had an opportunity to do that. Sometimes it goes like that. We didn't get the grandstand game we wanted. We got a B-Tech version, but we didn't get beat. Palace becomes a massive game on Wednesday now. The injury crisis is at the worst possible time. But we didn't get beat. Some players really stood up to the plate. And let's see what happens now. hopefully people like Sanchez and Lukaku can build on that, because we need them to. Pereira, McTominay, they get some confidence from that. They can build on that, because we need them to. I think Herrera's injury looks long-term. We know Matic is long-term. Matters probably looks long-term. Rashford could be injured. Lingard looks long-term. It's hard. It's hard. And as I said at the start, the reality is United's best front six is Pogba, Matic, Herrera, Martial, Lingard, Rashford. Today, we only had Pogba. Matic and Herrera were injured. Martial was injured. Lingard was injured. And Rashford played injured. So our front six, we had one of our best front six playing. And we still got 0-0 against top of the league. You know, sometimes you've got to take it and hope that we can build again. Thanks everyone for watching. Fan cams are incoming. Speak to you soon. Just please smash a like on the video. If if Luke Shaw was man of the match, smash a like. And we've got to take it. But I understand people being disappointed because we didn't get to have the game we wanted. We didn't get to go at them the way we wanted to. But sometimes in adversity, you've got to take the battle. And we've got to fight again. Speak to you all soon. Thanks for watching.